Yeah, good morning, guys. Good morning and welcome back. So this is day 2 session, second session on this performance testing and engineering. So today I'm going to cover know your computer. Okay, KYC. So know your computer. Actually, KYC stands for know your client or customer, right? But as the letters are matching, I adapted it, guys. Okay. So what is this? Let me explain what is this. Know your computer. So as we have most of the people are from non-computers background, from other than CSC background, CSC or other than MCA background. So I want to start with computer fundamentals that every software engineer should know. Okay, this is not only for performance engineers. This is for important for manual testing or automation or functional testing, security, developers. So every software engineer should know these computer fundamentals, right? So before going to the session, so let me quickly, hold on. So we have Praveen, right? Guys, someone joined with display name as Zoom user and kept them in the waiting room. So I cannot allow such, anonymous participants. I should know who is joining meeting. And someone joined with display name as Samsung. Can you please rename or let me know? I'll rename. Let me know your name, guys. Someone joined with display name as Samsung. I cannot allow such anonymous participants, guys. May I know who is this? Samsung SMS918B. Anyways, so let us start with computer fundamentals. So before I start this, guys, so can you please go to open a new tab and go to speedtest.net, everyone. So someone shared a screenshot to me saying that he's seeing Mahesh is seeing only 1/4 of the screen, right? So this may be because of the internet. Did you join from mobile data, using mobile data, Mahesh, by any chance?
No, sir. Actually, I have connected to Wi-Fi.
Okay. So please go to speedtest.net and check your internet connection quality, guys. Everyone, can you please do this? Can you please everyone do this, guys? Go to
Hello, sir.
speedtest.net. And if you are on mobile, you can check it from mobile also. You have an app on mobile, speedtest app. So please download and install it and check your internet connection quality. So I'll tell you what parameters we need to look into. Once you click on go, right? Once you click on, if you don't want to see these ads, right? If you don't want to see these ads, use Brave browser. Okay. Let me show you that Brave browser, guys. Brave browser blocks all the ads. And let me show you how neat that output will be, that page will be. See, I am accessing the same website in Brave browser. I'm accessing the same website, speedtest.net, in Brave browser, guys. Now you don't see any ads, right? On the left side and right side. So this is the difference between normal, your Chrome and other browsers and Brave browser, guys. Please start using it. Okay. And please start download this Brave browser and start using it, guys. Right. And now if you see here, you have 3 parameters here. Observe here. One is ping time in milliseconds, right? Ping time in milliseconds. And then you have download time, download speed and upload speed. Sorry, download speed and upload speed. Right. And now see, this is very high value. 439 is very high value. That means, this is not a good internet connection, right? This should be ideally in 2 digits, 1 digit or 2 digits. Okay. So let me switch to some other Wi-Fi.
Sorry to interrupt.
What is that?
Can you show the Brave browser? How to install?
How to install? Go to,
No.
open a browser and, just type download Brave browser.
Okay.
And download the Brave browser from brave.com. Brave.com is the website, right? And use this option, download Brave for Windows 64-bit. All the laptops will be 64-bit only. So download this Brave browser and start using it, guys. Okay. And everyone, if you are on mobile, so this is the way to check your, yeah, see here, guys. I think, somehow Chrome browser is showing 6 milliseconds only, right? My internet connection quality is good here actually. Right now I am connected to, let me try it one more time. Understood, guys? So you can check your internet connection quality with the help of this. And this is important, guys. Ping time is important, and MS means milliseconds. And this should be a single digit number. Okay. Ping time should be in single digit. That then only your internet connection quality is good. Understood, guys? Let me retry in Brave browser. I'm not, I'm not sure why it is showing a high number here. See, rather than upload and download speed, right? See, download speed and upload speed can be 10 Mbps. That is 10 Mbps is also fine. But this ping time is very important. Ping time is nothing but reaction time. That means your screen refresh, happens based on this. If it is less, that means your internet connection quality is good. Understood, guys? All right. So if you can check this, you also have a mobile app to check this, guys. To check the internet connection quality, we have the same a mobile app from the same website or from the same organization, speedtest.net. Can you please download that app and check yourself? Mahesh, can you? So what is the ping time on your machine? Mahesh?
Uh, yeah, so for me it is 39.
39. Okay. And also check your, we'll come check your, system configuration. How to check the system configuration, guys? So, see, we are coming now, this is our regarding our, know your computer concept, guys. Okay. So let me go to the slide. So before we start the actual performance testing sessions, I would like to cover some computer fundamentals. And first thing I want to explain is operating system and system configuration. What is meant by operating system and how to check your system configuration. So what is meant by an operating system, guys? Can you someone define operating system? Guys, can someone define what is an operating system?
To run the applications, it is
Open Google and do a Google search, guys.
needed.
Operating system is an interface
It is
between the user and the computer, right? That is one definition. You will find multiple definitions. So operating system is a user interface between the user and the computer, isn't it? So that is one definition. So can you please, Google search, guys? So if someone asks you what is meant by operating system, you should be able to define it, right?
Operating system help user to means like to interact with system.
It is a low-level software that supports computer basic functions.
Right. Okay. And now how to check your system configuration? Please do a Google search, guys. Everyone, you should be able to define what is an operating system. These are computer fundamentals, basics that every software engineer should know. Right. And now how to check your system configuration? Please join from laptop, guys. That's the reason I asked this morning to join from laptop or desktop. Right. Now let us see how to check the system configuration. How to check your system configuration, guys? There are multiple ways. One simple way is right click on this, taskbar at the bottom and go to task manager. Please go to task manager, guys. Everyone, please do this, guys. And can one of you please share your screen? Any one of you? Yeah. Can you open Task Manager? Right click on the taskbar. Yeah, you can open that way, either that way also. Yes. Open Task Manager. Yes. Yeah. Go to Performance tab. Okay. All right. So this is Windows 11 seems like, right? This is Windows 11, isn't it? So can you, please give me control. I have sent a request to you. Okay. Can you please click on this? It's not allowing me to click on this. Can you please click on this icon? Yes. Now you see that you can see your system configuration over there. So the processor is Intel Core i5 processor, and it is which generation. How to check your processor generation, guys? Everyone knows this, right? Almost everyone knows this. What is this? You might have heard this. What is this? Uh, I Core i5 and all, isn't it? Yes or no, guys? This part everyone knows this. And which
Yes, sir.
generation processor is this, guys? Which generation processor is this? Yes,
8th generation.
eighth
Eighth
generation,
generation.
right? So this is an 8th generation processor, right? And where can you check that? This number tells you which generation. Okay, I'm sorry. Hold on.
8265. This one.
Right. Yes. So this number tells you your processor generation. This number, right? And this is CPU configuration. And what is this one, by the way?
A clock speed.
Yeah, your processor clock speed, right?
Yes.
Your processor clock speed. Now let me explain why are we, guys, there is some background noise from one of the participants. Who is there? Those who are not speaking, please mute yourself, guys. Damodar, mute yourself when you are not speaking. Right? And why are we discussing this? Why this is important for performance testing? Yes, I'll tell you. So I'll share my screen. When I share my screen, I'll show you something. Right? So these are, some people may be wondering, are these required for performance testing? Right? I'll tell you with correspond to, with respect to JMeter itself, why do we need to know this, and, the context and all, right? So please, focus on the system configuration, how to check the system configuration. So this is a i5 processor with 8th generation i5 processor, right? And clock speed is 1.6 gigahertz. This is read as gigahertz. HZ is read as hertz, and that indicates your processor clock speed. Clear, guys, everyone? And the higher it is, the faster your computer will be, obviously, right? So if nowadays we have i7, i9 processor, right? We also have i7, i9, yes, i10, yes, i10 processor and all this, isn't it? And this is generation. The higher the generation number is, the faster your CPU will be again, isn't it? And now this is your processor clock speed. The higher it is, the more it is, the speeder it will be, your processor will be, isn't it? And now, can you please click on memory now, Harsh? Click on memory, yes. And now what is meant by memory here, guys?
Storage.
RAM.
Right. So memory indicates RAM, nothing but RAM capacity. What is RAM?
Random access memory.
Random access memory. And in what is the importance of it? What is the purpose of it in a computer?
It stores
It stores the
like
data.
the data temporary basis for the temporary. As soon as we like shut down the computer, the data is erased.
It stores the data in runtime.
Right. So all the running applications will be loaded into memory or into RAM. See, whatever applications we are running now, for example, on your system, you are running Chrome and you are running some snipping tool, I think. This is snipping tool, right? Snipping tool and Zoom meeting and this task manager. right? All these programs will be running in RAM, including your operating system, isn't it? Yes or no, guys? So, RAM stands for random access memory, and this system is having the RAM capacity on this system is 8 gigabits, right? 8 gigabytes, sorry, 8 GB, 8 gigabytes. Clear, guys? And now, out of that 8 GB RAM, 6.9 GB is already occupied, and the available memory is only, see, what is the available memory? You can see it here. Available memory is only 980 MB. That means free memory is only 955 MB, or approximately 950 MB. Clear, guys? And there are 2 RAM slots on your machine, and both the slots are used. That means you are having 2 4 GB RAMs. Yes or no? You are having 2 4 GB RAMs. Clear, guys? Now, and also, the system is running with a SSD, right? What is SSD, guys? Most of you know these guys, know these concepts. Most of you know these concepts. Okay.
Solid state.
Solid state drive. SSD stands for solid state drive, right? And what is its utilization? It's only, 5 to 10% utilization is there currently, isn't it? Only 5 to 10% of the disk utilization is being there currently. Clear, guys? So now, now let me stop your screen share. Okay. And let me explain why should we know this, right? Why these concepts are important. Okay. So before that, let me show my system configuration once, right? So I am having my, see, you can check here, right? You can see that, my system configuration is i7 processor. It is running on i7 processor, and it is a 9th generation processor, as you can see here, isn't it? So i7 9th generation processor, and the CPU speed is 2.6 gigahertz. The higher this number is, the faster the CPU will be, or the faster your system will be, isn't it? And it is having it is a 6-core processor with 12 logical processors. Again, this is also important, guys, right? And we will discuss about L1 cache and L2 cache later on. So this information is also important for performance testing. L1 cache and L2 cache. What is that L1 cache and L2 cache? We'll discuss that later. Okay. Are we clear so far, everyone?
Sir, Jayashree
And now
here,
if you check the RAM, right? If you check the memory configuration, I am having 16 GB RAM, right? My system is having 16 GB RAM, right? Out of which 6 GB is, 9.5 GB is already in use, right? You can see it over here. So in use is 9.5 GB, and available memory is 6 GB approximately. Approx 6 GB is available. Yeah, Jayashree.
sir, sorry to interrupt you. I had a question. This is on, I have MacBook, sir. So how to check on that? Is that possible?
What is that?
Sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, but your voice is not so clear.
Sorry about it. I have cold. So I'm asking you, sir, can we check it out in MacBook?
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
How to do that, sir? Can you please share the navigation?
Did you join through a MacBook? Can you please share your screen?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. I'm stopping my screen share. Please share your screen. You can share your
Yeah,
screen.
I'm sure.
I used MacBook Pro long back, almost 4 or 5 years back, but I will try. Okay. There will
Okay.
be a way to check.
Okay, sure, sir. Can you see this?
Yeah, 1 second. Open a terminal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, type, no, not this one. Not this one. So you got that, you typed something, right? Terminal, and open that one. Yes. Type here activity monitor.
Okay.
Activity monitor. Remove that. No. Remove the terminal and type
Okay.
activity monitor.
Okay.
Yes. So that is nothing but your task manager. Right?
Okay.
In Windows
Okay.
operating system, this is your task manager. And if you want to see the CPU and memory configuration, you can see it. Okay, can you please give me control of your system? I'm sending a request to you.
Okay. Mm,
Open system preferences.
yeah.
Okay. You can close that once. Close location services, calendars, reminder, switch accessibility. Close it once. Close that security and privacy.
Okay.
Okay. So can you please click on this one? I'll annotate it. So please click on the CPU memory, this part once on the top.
Okay.
Right now we are in CPU, right?
I clicked on memory.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. There you can see that at the bottom, when you click memory there, physical memory, total physical memory is, it is being shown as 8 GB, isn't it? And
Yeah.
memory used is 5 GB, right?
Yeah.
And available memory, app memory is 2.68 GB, and memory used is 5 GB right now, right? And it is showing app memory. Okay.
Okay.
5.14 and app memory. And click on CPU once.
Okay.
It should show you like, your, okay. Basically MacBook Pro doesn't show that details here. So you need to go to, I don't remember it exactly. I used it 4-5 years back. I used a MacBook Pro 4-5 years back. You need to. Can you do a Google search quickly? How to check your system configuration in Mac? Here it is not showing the processor, right? In the activity monitor. Yeah, how to check system configuration in Mac. System specs are in a MacBook. Yes. System settings and general, right? Go to Apple menu, system settings. Click on that settings. Settings, right? System preferences, okay. General, click on general.
Okay.
Click on general and it should show somewhere here. What is it? Can you please move that aside?
Yeah.
Move that to the right side. Let us see the Google search results.
Okay.
System report. General and system report. Click on system report. Do you see system report anywhere? Click on the dots, you have that, hold on. Click on these dots next to general. Yes. And where is system? Do you see system report anywhere? Okay. Anyways, please wait. So let's see this tomorrow. So, I'll open my MacBook and I'll see that. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
And tomorrow I'll cover that. Okay. I'm
Yeah,
stopping your screen share. Anyways, but you saw that in the activity monitor. Remember this. You need to refer to the activity monitor to see your RAM configuration and how much free RAM memory is there and all this, right? All that information can be obtained from that activity monitor, right? You can launch that activity monitor from a terminal, right? Now coming back to this, I'm sharing my screen, guys. So my system is having an SSD solid state drive, and right now it is only 2% is being used. Now you should know what is solid state drive and what is the previous one, guys. Like previously we used to have HDD, hard disk drive, versus SSD, right? Nowadays computers or laptops are coming with SSDs, isn't it? And now what is the difference, guys? What is the difference between a hard disk and SSD? Yes. And everyone know, see, this is the difference, this is how they look like, first of all, right? Hard disk will be something like this, and your SSD will be something like this. So SSD will be something like your RAM, isn't it? See, all of you know how does a RAM look like, right? Yes or no, guys? This is how a RAM look like, isn't it? And what is the purpose of this RAM, guys? What does this do in your system? All the programs that we are running, they will be loaded into RAM. Then only they can run, guys. Right? Yes or no? And can we see that? Can you, can we see that, guys? Yes, we can see that. Go to process tab in your task manager, and can you see it here? It is showing Google Chrome, it is showing Zoom meeting. See, these are the running processes on my system, right? Process tab is showing, what all programs are running on my system currently, right? So I am running Chrome, Zoom meeting, Brave browser, anti-malware, again, one more Zoom meeting. Like, we have like Zoom meeting controls and actual Zoom meeting, isn't it? That's why it is showing in two places. And then you have, some background process also running, isn't it? You have some background process. See, it is running Paint, isn't it? I have three instances of Paint open here, isn't it? Now process tab will show you that information, and it will also show you like how much CPU and how much memory each process is consuming. For example, you can see here Zoom meeting is consuming approximately 10 to 15% of the CPU, which is high. Yes or no, guys? You can see it here. Zoom meeting is right now consuming 7%, 8% now. And 63% of memory is totally in use, out of which Zoom meeting is consuming 433 MB. Isn't it? Clear, guys? Speak out, guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now let me explain why this information is important. Okay. Guys, for your information, no other trainer or no other training institute explains this. Okay. You can attend any demos, and or you can attend, you can refer to any training. No other training institute or trainer covers this. Now let me show you why this information is important. For example, let me take JMeter example. Okay. Suppose if you go to Apache JMeter website, right? Apache JMeter website, and I'll show you with respect to LoadRunner also. Okay. I'll show you why this information is important to know from a LoadRunner perspective as well as JMeter perspective as well, right? Now, if you go to distributed testing, in JMeter, there is something called distributed testing, which is important, concept for interviews as well as for, important concept of JMeter, right? So if you see here, what is it saying, guys? There are some basic limitations for distributed testing. A single JMeter client running on a 2 to 3 gigahertz CPU, right? They're talking something about the system configuration, right? 2 to 3 gigahertz CPU can handle 1000 to 2000 threads depending on the type of test. So when you are, doing this distributed testing, or when you are doing, performance testing with JMeter, you should know your server configuration. You should know the machine configuration, what configuration it is, how much user load we can test from each machine. I will not go into further internals, in-depth details now, because this is too early to discuss this. But I just want to give you, an idea like why this information is important to know. Understood, guys? And now this is with respect to JMeter perspective. Now let me explain with respect to LoadRunner perspective. Suppose if you check for, LoadRunner system requirements. Okay. That means what is the required configuration to install LoadRunner? That's what it means. LoadRunner system requirements means. Understood, guys? What is the system requirement for installing LoadRunner? Okay. So if you see system requirements document, okay, for LoadRunner, I didn't get the right document. I should be having some PDF from Micro Focus. Let me open that one. Let me search for that one. LoadRunner is now owned by OpenText. That is a different story. I'll explain that later. Now, if you see Micro Focus website, if you go to the system requirements document or support matrix, right? Of course, this is LoadRunner 2022 version, guys. It doesn't matter, the concept that we are discussing is why this system, why is it important to know the system configuration? Now, if you observe here, this is the required, hardware for LoadRunner to install LoadRunner on your system. You need a 2-core CPU that is supported. Recommended is 8-core CPU. The recommended CPU configuration is 8-core CPU, and RAM, minimum RAM is 8 GB, and recommended RAM configuration is 16 GB. Is it clear, guys, now why this information is important?
Yes, sir.
Right? So everyone should know this information, guys. Everyone should know how to check the system configuration of any machine. And now check yourself whether you have 8 GB RAM or not. And now if someone is having 4 GB or 6 GB RAM, please upgrade immediately. Please upgrade your laptop or desktop immediately if you are having low configuration, guys. Clear, guys? Right? Because this is the required configuration for LoadRunner, guys. For JMeter, that's fine. JMeter, even if you have like 4 GB RAM also, that's no, sorry. So JMeter also requires at least 8 GB RAM, because we'll be running not only JMeter, but you need to join Zoom meeting also along with JMeter. And you have seen like just now how much CPU and how much memory your Zoom meeting is taking. You see here, Zoom meeting itself is taking around 15% CPU, isn't it? And 440 MB RAM. Yes or no, guys? So please upgrade your RAM. CPU, you see, RAM upgradation can be done, like not so costly. It's not so costly actually. If you want to add 4 GB RAM more, it costs you around like 1000 to 1200. Okay. If it is a sealed piece, it will cost you 1500. 1500. That's it. And you'll get 3 years warranty, by the way. Okay. Ask them for a bill and keep the bill with you, because RAM will come with 2 years or 3 years warranty. Check the warranty. Clear, guys? And see, what is the hard disk space? Required hard disk space for LoadRunner is 50 GB. Is we should have free space of 50 GB at least. And SSD drive is recommended. And if you have SSD, like see, actual recommended is 100 GB, but minimum required is 50 GB. You see here supported and recommended columns, isn't it? Please understand this. First one is supported and second one is recommended one. Required or desired configuration. Understood, guys? And this is your network interface card speed. Okay. This is your network interface card speed. Got it? And see, these are the software requirements. So, the first table is hardware requirements. And we also have software requirements, which will tell you what is the, operating system required, isn't it? So LoadRunner supports on only Windows operating system. By the way, someone joined on MacBook Pro, right? You can't install LoadRunner directly on a MacBook Pro. It supports only Windows OS. Okay. However, JMeter supports, you can run JMeter on Mac OS. Right? Someone joined from MacBook Pro, right? Who is that? I forgot that name. Jayashree, right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah. So you cannot install LoadRunner directly on a MacBook Pro. MacBook, it doesn't support that Mac OS. LoadRunner doesn't support Mac OS. You need to, if you want to install, if you still want to use LoadRunner, you need to install some virtual box on that MacBook. On top of that, you need to install Windows OS, and then you have to install LoadRunner. Then you can install LoadRunner. Okay. Mac OS, LoadRunner, Mac OS doesn't support LoadRunner directly, or LoadRunner doesn't support Mac OS. Okay, both are not compatible. Clear, guys? And the required browser is Google Chrome is recommended, and you can also it also supports Edge and Firefox for recording, used for recording and replaying protocols. And again, system, screen resolution also is important. Screen resolution is also important. Now you understood, guys, why I cover this, computer fundamentals in the first 1 week. One thing is, like we have some non-computers, guys. I want to make them, comfortable, right? And then second thing is, if anyone is having low configuration, low system configuration, they can upgrade, right? By the time we start the scripting. This is the objective of covering these concepts in the first 1 week, guys. All right. And now shall we move to the next one? Any queries? I will take a pause here. Any queries, guys, before I move to the next concept? Please speak out. Any queries? Say yes or no at least.
All good, Bhagat.
No.
Okay. If you don't have any queries, I will ask you some queries. I'll ask you some questions now. Okay. Yeah. Now let's move on to the next concept. The next concept that you should know is IP address. What is meant by IP address? Right? So let me open a class notes document for you. I'll start a new Word document for your batch.
We can check config by going
What is
to
that?
command line. Sir, we can check IP address by going to CMD and typing IP config.
What is IP address first of all?
It's an internet protocol.
Right. IP stands for internet protocol, right? So in this IP address, IP stands for internet protocol. What is that? What is that?
Communicate over a network.
What is that?
To communicate over a network.
Right. So
Like
every
address.
computer. What is IP address in computer network, right? So what is IP address, guys? A unique identifying number assigned to every device connected to the internet, right? An IP internet protocol. So guys, first everyone should learn how to do Google search, and then in the last 1 week, I'll also explain how to use ChatGPT, right? So you might have heard this word, right? Most of you know that what is ChatGPT, isn't it? So in the last 1 week, I will cover, how to use ChatGPT effectively. Okay. Now, first, what is IP address, guys? It is a unique identifying number assigned to every device connected to the internet. And how to check the IP address, guys? Most of you know that. How to check the IP address? Open a command prompt by typing CMD in the search box. Type CMD and open a command prompt. On MacBook, you need to open a terminal, right? And the command where is there. So here in Windows OS, you use this command ipconfig. On Windows operating system, use this command ipconfig. And right now I am connected to a Wi-Fi. I'm connected to a Wi-Fi network. Let me show you that. So I'm not connected to, see, you can connect to the internet with the help of a LAN cable or Wi-Fi router, isn't it? Now, right now I am connected to Wi-Fi, isn't it? Yes or no, guys? If you're connected to a LAN cable, this icon will not come here. You will not see this icon. On the taskbar, you see that, that Wi-Fi symbol, right? And I need to check the IP address as I am connected to Wi-Fi through Wi-Fi to internet. So I need to check the IP address under that Wi-Fi section. If you are connected through a LAN cable, you need to check under this section. Sorry, not this one. Ethernet adapter. You should check under Ethernet adapter. Anyways, however, I'm connected to Wi-Fi now, and this is my IPv4 address. Now again, what is IPv4 and what is IPv6? We'll discuss that soon, right? First, let us understand, how to check the IP address. So this is my IP address, 192.168.1.33. Clear, guys? This is the IP address of my machine right now. Okay. Now, is this IP address static or dynamic?
It's static.
No, it is not static. So it changes.
It's
It
a
changes,
dynamic.
tomorrow, even when, see, even when I am connected to the same network, Tech 1, I'll show you next week. Maybe next week, or, I'll check it later and I'll show you next week. So this is dynamic IP address. This is not static. This won't be static. Okay. And now let's say, again, if right now I'm connected to Wi-Fi. So if I connect to my mobile data, I'm switching to my mobile data. Just please give me a moment, guys. Right? Again, the IP address, there will be change in the IP address. Whenever you are connected, you switch it from one network to another network, there will be change in IP address. Again, there will be, IP address changes on the same network also. Even though you connected, to the same Wi-Fi address, Wi-Fi, connection. Say I'm switching to my mobile data now, right? I have connected to my, I'm connecting to mobile data. Are you seeing that, right now I am connected to my mobile data. Are you seeing this screen on the right side, bottom right?
Yes.
Okay. Now let us check the IP address, right? Now let me use the same command ipconfig. And what is it showing now, guys? Now the IP address has changed, right? Yes or no, guys?
Yeah.
So this is on Wi-Fi. And this is on my mobile data. Sorry. Right? So this IP address of your system changes from one network to another network. That is first thing you need to know. And also on the same network also, the IP address may change tomorrow or day after tomorrow. This IP address may change on the same Wi-Fi network tomorrow or day after tomorrow. It may change because it is not static, it's dynamic. Clear, guys? Now, this is called as private IP. Whatever IP we are seeing here in the command prompt, right? This is called as private IP, right? So when you say private IP, there should be something called public IP, right? So this is called as private IP address. Clear, guys? And when you say private IP, there should be something called public IP also. Now let us understand what is that public IP. Okay. Your Wi-Fi connection or your mobile data. Okay, let me switch back to the Wi-Fi connection for a moment. Okay, I'm switching back to my Wi-Fi. Now, let me show you, let me explain what is this public IP, right? See, right now we have, few people in the classroom and everyone is connected to the same Wi-Fi. Okay, now there should be some way to identify every device, right, connected to the same Wi-Fi. Everyone in the classroom now is connected to the same Wi-Fi or same, same internet connection, Tech 1. Clear, guys? Now, when multiple devices are connected to the same network, see what is IP address? When you say what IP address, when you search for IP address, what did it show you? It is a unique identifying number assigned to every device connected to the internet, isn't it? Now, my system is having some IP address and other system will be, each device connected to the same Wi-Fi also will be having unique IP address. Now check your internet connection, check your IP address now. Okay. Now let me, let me check it out once, right? Let me check it one more time. This is the IP address. This is my current IP address when I'm connected to the Wi-Fi network 192.168.1.33. Read it as dot. Okay. 192.168.1.33 or else read it as 192.168.1.33. Okay. And what is your IP address, Praveen? 1.52, right? These first three series will be same, isn't it? 192.168.1 till here it will be same. The last number changes from one device to another device. And this is private IP. Now what is public IP? Public IP means the IP address, of this router or this Wi-Fi connection. There will be one single IP address for that Wi-Fi connection. That is called as public IP. And how to check that public IP is, open a browser and type, can you please open a browser? Can you please open a new tab and type what is my IP.com? Can you please check that, guys? What is my IP.com? And, here it is showing some public IP. Observe here. Yes or no, guys? It is showing some public IP address. So this is
Yes.
IP address of that internet connection. Okay. Of that Wi-Fi connection, guys. Okay. This is the IP address. This is the IP address of that, Wi-Fi connection. .19. Okay. You can copy it here. You can click on this and copy it here. Okay. So this is the public IP address. Public IP address of this internet connection. Now, when I go to home and connect to my home network, again, that IP address will be different, obviously. Yes or no, guys? And observe here, it is also showing that, it is Airtel, right? So, I mean, here we are having Airtel internet. Clear, guys? Airtel broadband here. Understood, guys?
Why it's showing Bangalore?
Maybe Airtel, like have that head office or somewhere, there
Okay.
from in Bangalore, I think. Okay. And observe here, there is one more public IP, with the version as IPv6, right? IPv6. Now, what is IPv4 and what is IPv6? What is IPv4 and what is IPv6, right?
I
Yes.
Networking has two slots like IPv4 and V6. So V6 is basically used for like newer and solves problem related to
Okay.
IoT devices.
What is IPv6 address, right? So I'll give you some examples, okay? So IPv6 is the newest version of Internet Protocol formulated by some IETF. You need not know all this, but just remember that previously we used to have only IPv4 addresses. Right now we have IPv6. This is the latest version or newest version of Internet Protocol. Now, what is the reason when we have IPv4? Why this IPv6 is introduced is, if you remember, when we got, these mobile devices initially, we used to get mobile numbers, the mobile numbers used to start with number 9, isn't it? Right? And now once all the numbers are exhausted, then they introduced 8 series and then 7 series and then 6 series, isn't it? In the same way, all the IP addresses got exhausted in IPv4. They felt like, that four set of numbers won't be sufficient. And that's why they have introduced IPv6. So this is the newest version of Internet Protocol. Clear, guys? While addressing the problem of IPv4, address depletion due to prolonged internet use worldwide, because more and more devices are getting connected to internet, right? More and more devices, and when you say devices, laptops or tablets or smartphones, right? As more and more devices are getting connected to internet, so this number of IPv4 addresses is not sufficient. That is why they have introduced IPv6. As simple as that. Just like, how we got, 8 series, 7 series, and then 6 series now in mobile numbers, isn't it? Right? So this is the, this is about public IP and private IP, guys. Okay. Public IP means your Wi-Fi connection will have one public IP address, and each device connected to your Wi-Fi router will have a unique IP address again. Clear, guys? Understood or no? Right? This is the difference between public IP and private IP. Okay. And now, why this is important? Why should we know this public IP and private IP? When you are doing load testing, when you are doing performance testing, your client will ask you, can you give your IP address? Or else, let me give another simpler example. Let's say you join into some organization and you want to install, some tools on your machine. Let's say you want to install LoadRunner, right? You raised a IT ticket for that. And that network team person will ask you, the first thing he will ask you, can you help me with your IP address? Okay. They will ask you, ask your IP address of your laptop, right? Or they will ask you the host name. They will ask you the host name. Now, what is meant by host name? Host name is nothing but your computer name. Host name is nothing but your computer name. And how to check that host name? Again, open a command prompt and type host name. Simply type host name. Right? Now, this is the name that I have given to my system. Perf tester. This is nothing but host name. Host means nothing but computer here. Understood, guys? Right? So because, when you raise a network ticket or when you raise a IT ticket to install some software on your system, the first thing they will ask is, they can ask you either host name or IP address. Okay. What it is? They will connect to you remotely, and they will be using some Slack or Teams or something. They will connect to your machine, and they will ask you, like, before they initiate, they will ask, or you are supposed to mention your host name or IP address. IP address changes, so you're supposed to mention the host name in the ticket itself. Clear, guys? Right? So
Pawan,
this is the
there
reason why
difference? Is there any difference between IP and host name?
IP address
Why
is
they
it will be
separate?
in numbers, obviously, and this is, host name, you can give it any name. You can give any host name to your computer, and again, like, if it is a personal laptop, okay, but don't change the host name if you are using a office laptop, right?
Okay.
Host name is your computer name, and see, basically both are used to uniquely identify your system, right? But
Yeah.
but anyone can give the same host name, right? So for example, you can also use the same host name, isn't it? You can also keep the same host name, right? But IP address, you cannot assign it yourself. You can't give your own IP address. Understood, guys? So that is the difference between IP address and hostname. Because IP address is meant to uniquely identify any system. So that's why, you cannot change it, or you cannot, tamper it. But this hostname, you can change it. It's your wish. Understood, guys? Okay.
Sir,
Yeah.
hello. Public IP we can search using CMD.
Can we see the public IP from command prompt? Huh? No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Or else I'm not sure. I need to check. Okay. To check public IP using command line. Okay, seems like there is some way. Let me check that. Okay. So how to check that? Yeah, yes. Forgot it. Now IP address is used to identify public IP or external IP address, private IP. How to check the public IP? Find my IP address. Yes. So this one, guys, subnet mask. In the command prompt, when you type this, not subnet mask 192.168.1.1. Oh, one second. Let me close all these because I switched between my mobile data and Wi-Fi, right? So let me open a new command prompt and type ipconfig. I will use ipconfig/all. Okay. And now if you see here, IPv4 address is this one, right? IPv4 address is 192.168.1.33, and somewhere it will show, I think it will show the public IP also somewhere here. So what is the public IP that we have seen just now? 122.171. Do you see that anywhere here? 122.171? No. No, right? It's not showing that public IP here. This is my public IP address, right? 192.171. And it is nowhere shown here, right? I think we cannot check it from a command prompt this. Okay.
Oh.
Or else if there is a way, I will explore it. I will explore it if there is a way. But as far as I know, we cannot check that public IP from a command prompt as far as I know. Okay. But still, let me explore if there is some way, which I don't know. Okay. I'll stop it here, guys, for today. We'll continue tomorrow. Any
Okay.
queries, guys, before we close the session for today? Guys, please join from laptop before I close the session. Today's session, I request you to please join from your laptop from tomorrow. And those who want to come for classroom training, start coming from classroom training. Okay. Start coming to Amirpet or Amirpet classroom. Okay, guys. And also
And is
those
this,
who are, yes.
sir, is this recording is available somewhere so that we
Yes.
can...
One second. So this is the way to check the system configuration. Click on that Apple on a MacBook, guys. Click on Apple icon and about Mac. Yes, you need to use that about Mac. Can you please share your screen if you are still there with us? Jayashree?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Can you please share your screen and show that system configuration once? Go to click on the Apple icon and use that option about Mac.
Okay.
Please share your screen.
Yeah, system report is there. Okay. Yeah, I'll share it, sir. One second.
Okay.
Can you see?
So a processor name is dual core Intel Core i5 processor, and processor speed is 2.3 2.3 gigahertz, right? And total number of processors, total number of cores are 2, and L3 cache size is 4 MB, L2 cache is 2.5 256 KB, right? We'll discuss that later, but you can see the configuration over the processor configuration. It is Core i5 processor. Processor speed is 2.3 gigahertz.
Okay.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
And if you click on, memory, somewhere you will have memory also. Click on memory down, graphics display కింద ఉంది. No, up. Scroll up and graphics display. Yes. Now there you can see the RAM capacity is 4 GBs basically, right? You are having two RAMs of capacity 4 GB each, and it is
Okay.
DDR3 RAM. Clock speed is 2133 megahertz, right? Your RAM speed is measured in megahertz, right? The higher it is, the faster your system will be.
Okay.
Clear, guys?
So why is it called clock speed, sir? It is just speed here.
Your RAM speed or clocks, it is called as clock speed. Or
Okay.
your processor also, it is also called as, processor clock speed.
Okay.
Okay, good Harsh. So Harsh has posted some command to check the public IP from the command prompt in the Zoom chat. Okay, using NSLOOKUP command. Shall we try that? Let's try that.
Yeah, sir. Just paste till.com. You can get the public IP.
Okay, nice. NSLOOKUP myip.open.dns.com. Okay, please try that command, guys. Okay, I'm running out of time. I need to start the session for next batch. Okay, so we'll continue tomorrow, guys.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.